Going to do a video here to explain why blading, foot positioning, and range management is so important anytime that your lead hand is going to be low. Anytime your lead hand drops, your left shoulder or your right shoulder, if you're in southpaw, effectively becomes your new lead hand. So as that comes down from a high guard, you need to turn your body so that your shoulder can act as your new hand to block. Rob comes out right away, shows a high guard, a cross guard, and then a half-assed Philly shell, but he never turns his body. So every time his hand drops, he's taking his left hand completely out of play because he can't raise it into a well-structured punch that will land with leverage. And he's a giant rectangle, which is why I start touching him with the jab right away, because he's a giant square target and he has nothing in the way that stop me from punching. Here he's a little bit more bladed, but the arms aren't doing what they're supposed to. The left hand should stay glued where it is right now instead of raising. The right hand should be glued to his chin and he should be more sideways so that he can hide behind his left shoulder and use the right hand as a windshield wiper. This would be a good position if he was more sideways and was tucking himself down into his arms rather than raising them up. You want to make yourself into a V-shaped wedge so shots deflect off of you instead of eating the full impact. When the lead arm raises like that all the way up to your elbow and your fist is pointing straight down, you can't punch with either hand and you've completely opened up the side of your body. If you show that too many times, people start to touch a jab to the arm and then whip a forward to the body all day. When the lead hand does come back down and you start to cut across the face, you're going to be completely square again, leaving another big window for jabs. When it's playing this slow, you can really see how much you're creating your own openings to get hit rather than somebody forcing you into making openings. On the flip side, as an offensive fighter, that's why I keep stressing so much to stay in your guard, in stance, manage your range, because if you just stand there with your hands up in front of someone, you can wait for them to make mistakes and just give you punches. I didn't have to do anything to land these jabs. He gave it to me. I just took what was there. Here, you don't want to raise either of your arms at all. If you think the jab's coming, you just want to turn your left shoulder towards me, keep your left arm down where it is, and keep your right hand, and then as you turn into it, your head will be behind it and you'll block the jab. Once you're tucked behind your right hand, if you think hooks are coming, you just raise the elbow up and you can spike them on the end of it, and that'll make them stop throwing hooks pretty quick. You always want to be rotating through the hips as much as possible when you're cross-blocking. That's what's going to keep your head a moving target while simultaneously loading and unloading your hips, making you essentially a giant spring where you're contracting and expanding. Twist into your defense, untwist into your punches or feints. When I came into the next round that I was going with you, you could really see how much the hip rotation, anytime my hands drop out of a high guard, I'm always using one of my shoulders to cut you in half down the center line, and then just constantly transitioning in and out of guards, which keeps your hips moving, loads your hands, and makes your head a moving target. It's also an extremely physical style. Don't forget to use your wedges, posts, frames, physical controls, pins, throwaway punches, blinders. Romans and Spartans didn't try to get cute behind their big ass shields. They throw them up, get physical behind it, use good leverage, chop their feet, and just keep taking ground, keep taking ground, keep taking ground. Absorb the contact, deflect it, keep taking ground. Be a dick with your defense. Use it to frustrate the other person into abandoning their guard, abandoning their footwork, and then you're going to get yourself in position for high probability punches because it's going to be a wide open target that you can take advantage of.